That's weird. Usually I'm back on my island by now. Hey, wait. Where are all my items? Oh no, not again. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is great to have you with us again for a new series in this small, tiny mod pack. A niche, new experience that no one has ever heard of. Welcome to Enigmatica 2 Expert. And if you've never played Enigmatica 2 Expert Pack, like me, then you won't really know what the goal is. But a simple look at the quest page shows us that there's a lot to make. The bragging rights page reveals the creative vending item, some infinity helmets and tools, which is going to be the goal of this series. And there are a lot of mods to go through, and all gated as well, which is a new mechanic that I've not played with before. But without any more ramble, let's get into it. So before we even begin, let's just check the quest page to see if there's anything that we need to do, and we do have a welcome, let's get started, and a little starter pack, which is fantastic. So we'll just claim that as the first thing we do, and then figure out what we do now. Cool, vein mine, that's fine. Does need the appropriate tool, that's awesome. And we need tinkers, so let's get our items on and start mining some trees, I guess. So, wood and quest acquired. Let's make our blank, and they're sticks and logs, and I just saw that that makes 2 planks and that makes 2 sticks. That's awful. At least the crafting table recipe's not changed at all. Let's get a crafting station as well. And 1 more log, because then we have that. Perfect, alright. And another quest. Breezing through right now. Right, well, it would appear that chests are actually made differently, but hopefully we can still make a stencil chest. You know, be honest. Ah, there we go. A pattern chest, that's it. And it really is just a classic Tinker's Tools setup going forward. So let me get some basic tools and we'll continue to progress. Yeah, so we're already having a little bit of a problem. Expert Pack is kicking my ass right now. I went over here to mine some stone, and I can't go back to our stuff because there's a compressed creeper there. I have no idea what a compressed creeper is going to do, but I imagine it's something along the lines of 9 creepers. So let's not tango with that. So yeah, I'm just waiting until daytime maybe, and I can not have to deal with all the mobs around here. See if I can get him to despawn, and then I can go get him back my stuff. But it's not too important that we have it, so let's just keep going. Okay, we've secured our stuff. Let's leave the area as the sun is rising. That is a zombie in what appears to be industrial craft nano armor. Oh my god, we are so boned. This is going to kick my butt. Let's get out of here and find a nice place to settle. Now that is a vista. I like that. Now I've managed to get some shaders installed, so hopefully the video will look better. This should make the experience a whole lot laggier and a lot nicer to look at, which is perfect. That's what we want. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy settling around this area. We've got a nice little lake. We'll have to patch that up for sure, but for the base that I've got in mind, I think a swamp will do just nicely. So let's clean this area up and maybe get a little house going. What do you guys think? Time for a bit of clearing? So as the sun has now come up, I think maybe might be a good time to just gather some more resources, get a bit more stone for the tools, and just see what we can do. In terms of the questing, it looks like flint might be the way to go. And then we're going to need to make a smeltery and all that jazz, but I want to kind of get a base set up before we do that. Let's scavenge, get some resources, and build a house. What is that? I was just starting to cut down a tree, and that is very interesting indeed. And it's got water running up it, so we might be able to climb that. Well, we'll have to take a quick look at that in a sec, won't we? Now, that's a scary looking zombie. Quantum armor. Oh my god, they just keep... That is horrifying. I've literally no idea what I'm being attacked by. This is awful. And I blew up. Oh my god. I am getting my ass. And there we go. Perfect. Alrighty. It looks like we can finally build the house, or just get any sort of shelter up. Well, I think it's official. I truly am not a good builder of this style. Yikes. Well, it'll have to do for now. I'm not remaking it. We need better tools, and we need them now. So, say hello to the drip cave. Oh yeah. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that amazing roof. Beautiful flowers. A front door that just screams luxury. Beautiful sky blue roofing. Lovely moss and cracked stone walls. And a bedroom of raw marble. Peak luxury. And obviously the upstairs area, which looks like a kid's room. Truly, I've got no idea how I managed to make it look so bad, but you'll just have to deal with it. Let's get cracking with some more progress. So the next step looks to be to get the smelter, which we need a clay bucket. Clay bucket looks to be just clay. And while I was looking for materials to build a house, which is some terracotta and, wow, some stone bricks, of course, managed to find myself some clay and some sand. So we've got our unfired clay buckets and a quest, which has given us a loot box. Oh. I'm sure that's useful in something or other. Alright, well, we'll just put that away for now. And it's time to get the smeltery. Would love to know what that says. Alright, let's fix that. There we are. Item required to complete this quest. Match the blocks in the smallest possible smeltery. Cool. Alrighty, so it's just seared brick, which is just grout. Alright, okay, so it's the usual nonsense. So we need more gravel. Let's see if we can find any gravel anywhere near us. So we'll just take our tool station with us, and we should just go and look at this cave that I know is around here, because I got blown up there before. Alrighty, it's... yeah, down this area. Is that water? Looks like it. I think the cave is here. Yeah, there it is. And I see some gravel, so let's get down there and get more gravel. There we go, we're at the gravel. Let's just vein mine it and see how much we can get. Not bad. Ah, there's a bit more. There we go, and we found another side of the cave. So let's just go exploring and see if we can't find any more. Oh my god. Right, now I'm a pincushion. That's fantastic. Let's continue. Oh, there's more gravel behind me. Very nice. Alrighty, that's nowhere near enough gravel. We're going to repair our tool as well. Some coal as well. Copper. Oh my. We've stumbled upon another very large cave. Let's get rid of that skeleton. See ya. Right, well. Ah, more gravel. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm sure nothing bad can happen when you're standing on top of a very precarious situation. Well, let's just imagine that's enough gravel for now, and we'll come back later. I cannot catch a break with these mobs. Look at all these guys. He just broke one of my pieces of armor. Wow, he is fast. Oh my goodness. Well, we have a nightly plate now. That's handy. And a helmet. Alrighty, so let's see how much grout we can make out of this. Make our clay blocks. And then we'll see. So there's At least a little bit. Cool. Alrighty, so just over 8 stacks. I hope that's enough. Alright, there we go. So we're going to put in 8 stacks of grout and wait. It's nice and slow at the start of this game, and I really like it. I also can't see my eyes. So I suppose we should probably find some lava as well. I think I know where some of that is, and all that is just seared bricks, I'm pretty sure. Just take glass, that's fine. We have that. Okay. And then harvest level 1, which I have no idea what any of these are now. Just looks like increasingly pretty colors. And apparently we can get a cow in the jar. And cooking for blockheads, which requires level 3, no idea. Absolutely no idea. Alrighty, so let's make the first parts of a smeltery. So we need the smelter controller. We're going to want a drain. I think we'll want 2 drains just for speed, which means we need 2 faucets. We'll make a casting table, a casting basin. We want, I think, 2 tanks. And then the rest we're going to need to turn into the bricks. And we have barely made a dent in our stockpile of bricks so far. So we just need to make some bricks. And then we should be able to get a smeltery. And we'll probably have to figure out where we want to put it. And I think in this wall is a good spot because eventually we're going to expand the house outwards. So we'll get our drains, our controller, our tanks, and we'll fill the wall in. 2 faucets, a table, and a basin. Good, and then we just need to build the rest of it, which should just be pretty simple. So we'll need 9 here, 9 bricks here, 9 bricks here, and 9 more bricks here. And that should have created the smeltery. And it has. Perfect. Just place our decorative blocks back, I think. And there we have it. So we can claim our loot box, get a fish sandwich. Ooh, 8 fish sandwiches, actually. That's pretty exciting. Put those in our food backpack. And now we need to grab some lava and find out what harvest level 2 is, which is copper ore. And we may as well just claim some more grout, may as well. So I think what we're going to need to do is we'll need to make some more tool parts out of cobblestone and melt down some clay. So we definitely want to have a look and see in our book what tool materials we're going to use. Maybe there's more. There we go. So we need to find copper. And we can see, I think that's better than everything so far. We can just check. The wood handle is 25 with 1 modifier. Yeah, okay, copper's going to be our best yet. So we'll also melt down some copper as well as clay. And we'll need to get some lava. But I think we probably have to fire these first. So, yes, we've got a big queue. So we'll put in some clay for some molds. And we'll put in some copper. So we've got some buckets. Let's go get some lava from our local crashed meteor site, which it's lucky that I started here. There's a little bit of lava in here that we can grab. Which, ooh. Not sure how much clay can handle lava, but, you know, I'm not complaining. Oop. No fire, thanks. And yoink. There we go. Cool, so 6 buckets should be enough. Come back to the drippin' gang, the gang drip. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, all 6 buckets destroyed. And now our smeltery can start melting stuff. And we have a lot of spare bricks. And so we're going to need to make casts of everything. So we'll need to have, I think, a few. We have 4 tools, so we'll make 4 rods. 3 of our regular bindings and 1 crossguard. A sword blade, a pickaxe head, a shovel, and an axe head. And that should be enough of the materials to cast them out. So 3 blocks. Let's hope we can cast that. Right, well, we'll just throw some more clay in there. If we have to cast out blocks, it's fine. And then we can put copper on the bottom and cast out a rod. And we may as well grab the tool station and plonk it inside. So we have a copper tool rod. Let's just see whether we can make it. We can indeed. So this will only take ages. We cast out the clay. And now we cast out as much copper as we can. We can also put some more in the smeltery because I'm not sure if it doubles it actually. Who knows? This is Enigmatica 2 Expert Pack. Who knows if ore doubling with the Smeltery is a thing in this pack? Maybe it is. That was a lot. Okay, don't worry. Confirmed. Ore doubling is not in this pack with the Smeltery. 1 ore to 1 ingot of ore. And now with all our copper parts, we can just slowly replace the bits on our tools and it gets more durability. Oh, this actually does less damage. Whatever, it's easier to repair. The pickaxe is obviously going to gain a lot from this. Much more mining speed, much more durability. The axe as well, look at that. Oh, 4 to 5.3, just beautiful. And then the shovel, just so much more durability. And our tools are all dripped out now, which is quite nice. So it looks like next is going to be Certus quartz, and I imagine that next one is going to be iron, but I think next up, while we are slowly increasing our materials, we should start to look at getting some immersive engineering. Coke bricks can't be that hard to make, so let's work on that next. So I reckon to start immersive engineering, we're going to need lots of bricks, lots of clay, so it's just more clay and some sand. So let's go on a little hunt for some sandy clay. I reckon immersive engineering is going to take a lot of clay and a lot of sand. So how about we go and find some of that? Yeah, I reckon that's probably enough. Not to be played with here. I think we should go with this. Are you serious? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. Get out of here. Now what? I was just putting stuff in the furnace. Oh. I hate this thing so much. I didn't think it could get worse, but here we are. Now there's 9 of them. Just brilliant, really. This is really kicking my ass. So after some shenanigans, let's just continue to put the clay into the furnace and smelt it. And admire a bronze ingot that I have no idea how we got. And a copper ingot as well. And of course, we already had a bunch of sand. Ah, I see how we got bronze. It's a drop from the birds. Okay, alright, well that explains it. Okay, so we're going to let our bricks smelt up, but we may as well get the rest of it going. So we need porcelain clay, which is just clay and bone meal, very nice. And then sandstone. So let's get ourselves a stack of sandstone. We managed to find some bone blocks in the skeletons that sit around the world, which is pretty handy, so no need to worry about bone meal. So we'll make some porcelain clay. 4 stacks because I am not going to be missing out on anything. And then let's just start the craft. This is exciting. Here we go, 57 to start with. That should unlock the quest. And now we get more junk. And I believe we can call that Gate 1. Opened up. Immersive engineering. Tier 1 tech mod. That's what we'll call it. So we'll just detect and we'll get ourselves a hammer and a book. And we can claim our coke oven because we have enough of that. And open our loot box. And get a floppy disk. Right, that's useless. I have no idea what that does. So into the overcrowded storage that goes. Right, that is not the steel casing I am familiar with. Osmium blocks. And steel mechanical components. Steel plates and copper. Oh my gosh. At least the metal press will be able to do that in one. How do we even make steel though? That will be the blast furnace. Yeah, alright, okay. It's all coming back to me. But first step, like in GregTech, is the coke oven. So let's find some space for that and start melting down some logs into coke. Well, I mean, it might seem odd, but what's the purpose of the upstairs if not to make machines? We can actually make 2 coke ovens here, so may as well, right? What's the point? Boom, done. 2 coke ovens. Brilliant. Okay, so from what I can gather here, the first purpose of immersive engineering primarily is going to be some power generation. Very cool, very good. But mostly our steel production. And it looks like in the gates, the steel production is going to allow us to get our extra utilities, which will be from iron sheet metal and some vacuum tubes, blah, blah, blah. But also unlocking mechanism with our steel mechanical components and our reinforced blast bricks. And everybody loves mechanism, right? Great use of power. So I think that's going to be the way we can kind of try and get to it, is we'll smack through immersive engineering. And to start that, we should throw some dark oak logs into our blast furnaces, or not our blast furnaces, our coke ovens, and let that cook up. And maybe we should put some torches in there. We don't want mobs in here. So that's probably a fantastic point to leave off this episode with 2 coke ovens working away in the background. We'll use that to get some treated wood creosote and start immersive engineering next episode. So thank you all for coming along to this first episode of our Enigmatica 2 expert playthrough. This is going to be a lot of fun and I'm really looking forward to it. And if you're looking forward to it too, and you want to support my stuff, channel memberships are now open. The Discord is down below, and there's always the like and subscribe button. So thank you all for coming along, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.